Hello, my dear students. Now we'll continue. We'll solve problems on acceleration. A particle moves in a straight line, so their velocity v as a time t is given by v as a function of t. Find its acceleration when t equals 2. We know that acceleration is the first derivative of velocity with respect to time. So power goes down, replaces by 1. It would be 3t squared plus 6t minus 8. Now he wants to substitute at t equals 2. Acceleration equals 3 brackets squared plus 6 brackets minus 8. And in all empty brackets, you just write 2's. But later, 3 times 4 is 12, plus 12 minus 8. It will be 16. Remember, units of measuring, meter per second square. Da-da-da. The next one is having more details. A boy runs in a straight line. The velocity of the boy, v, at time t is given by 3 stages, actually. The first stage, the velocity is 2 plus 3t from time from 0 to 1 second. The second stage is, for the velocity, 6 minus t squared from the first second till 1.2 seconds. And the third stage is, velocity is 5 minus k over 30t from 1.2 seconds to capital T seconds. So the whole journey is from 0 to capital letter T. The boy has velocity 0 meter per second at time t. Good. This is a very good information. At time t, which is the end of the journey, the velocity is 0. So v equals 0 at time t equals capital letter T. Work out the value of k. Good. So the value of k, we can just substitute. K is found in the pink one, 5 minus k over 30t. Remember that the green and the pink, they have something in common, which is the 1.2. So we can just equate velocities. You find velocity, which is 6 minus t squared, part A, substitute t equals 1.2. Why 1.2 specifically? Because it is the only common, it's on the borders, as I said in previous video. 1.2 is on the borders between the two stages, the green one and the pink one. So substitute t equals 1.2 in both. You have the right to do so. At t equals 1.2, here is 6 minus t squared is equal to 5 minus k over 30 t. And in both, I'll write t is the same, which is 1.2. Okay, so when you calculate it, you'll get directly how to find it out. 6 minus 1.2 squared is 114 over 25. Or if you want to write it as decimals, it is an exact value. We can write it as decimals. It's not. It will be 4.56. On the other side, here is 5. I don't think we get the 5 also here. It will be negative 1.2 over 30. It is k over 25. So because it is, it's having, simply we multiply both sides by 25. So k, tell you the final answer, k will be 11. Now, question B. Show that t is just under 14. Show, you have to show all your steps to gain marks. T is just under 14, and t is less than 14 seconds. So, how to do it? And how to find this t? T is in the pink stage. You know an information he gave you about it, that velocity is 0 at t equals capital letter T, which is the one that we need to find. Okay. Question B. At V equals 0 at time t equals capital letter T. And we need to find the value of t now. So equate the velocity to 0, which is 5 minus k over 30 t. We will equate it to 0. But we already found the value of k. So now we can remove this k and write instead 11. Okay? Because it is we have to show him all the steps. So 5 is equal to 11 over 30 t. Now, if you multiply both sides by the reciprocal, so 5 times 30 over 11 is, t is, as a fraction, it is 150 over 11. And fraction is exact. Fraction is exact. But he wants us to write it as a decimal, just to check. It is 13.636363 recurring, which is less than 14. Da-da-da. Question C. Work out the average acceleration of the boy over the period from 0 to t, which is 13.6. How to find average acceleration? It is v2 minus v1 upon t2 minus t1. v2 minus v1 upon t2 minus t1. Now, question C, average acceleration. It is average acceleration is v2 minus v1 upon t2 minus t1. I mean, change in velocity divided by change in time. Velocity started at 2 and ended at 0. So it will be 0 minus 2 upon the difference in times, which is the total time of the journey. So it will be negative 2 over t, which is 150 over 11. So still on the calculator, we just click negative 2 over answer. It will be negative 11 over 75 meters per second squared. So next step, which is question D, show that there is no time at which the acceleration of the boy is the same as his average acceleration. It means that we should find acceleration on the 3 stages, in the yellow, green, and pink stage. Now let's go. How to find acceleration? It is the derivative of velocity. Here the title is velocity, and we need to find acceleration. First of all, I'll write here the first stage, which is from 0 to 1. We have to be organized. Acceleration is dv by dt. On the yellow stage, it is 2 plus 3t. 2 will be 0, and it will be only 3. 3 is not equal to the average acceleration which we found, which is negative 11 over 75. Second, the second stage, which is from 1 till 1.2. Acceleration is also dv by dt for the green one, which is 6 will be 0, power goes down, it will be negative 2t. We'll try to equate it to the average acceleration we got, and then we find time. And when we find time, we wish it is not in the range which is from 1 to 1.2. I'll repeat. The duration from 1 to 1.2 seconds, I have the acceleration is negative 2t. I'll try to equate it negative 2t to the average acceleration, which is 1/5, which is negative 11 over 75. And then find t. T will be negative 11. It's already on the calculator, on the display, divided by 2. It will be 11 over 150. If you need to find it in decimal, it is 0.07, which is not equal also to negative 11 over 75. Actually, it's positive. And the one we found as average is negative. So the third stage and the last one is from 1.2 to t. The last stage, t, and we found t already, which is 13.63. Acceleration is the first derivative, which is dv by dt. It will derivate. 5 will be 0, and you take only the coefficient, which is negative k over 30. K, we got it before, which is negative 11 over 30. So this acceleration also is not equal to the average acceleration. And now we're done with this question successfully. Da-da-da. Next question. A robot moves along a straight line for 3 seconds. The displacement of the robot s meters from its initial position is given by s as a function of t, but it's having 3 constants a, b, c. Of course, he wants me to find a, b, c. Where t is measured in seconds and t, the duration of the time from 0 to 3 seconds, the robot starts with velocity 2 meters per second. It travels 6 meters before coming to rest at time t equals 3. Work out the values of a, b, and c. As I told you, every word in math has a meaning. When he says that the robot starts with velocity 2 meters per second, it means at t equals 0, v equals 2. And there is another expression. It travels 6 meters before coming to rest at time t equals 3. That's perfect. Now let's translate. Starts means t equals 0. V equals 2. To rest means v equals 0. At t equals. Now let's start. He wants me to find the values of a, b, and c. Let's go. First thing, we have to find velocity by finding the first derivative of the displacement. So v is ds by dt. Power goes down, decreases by 1. We need to find velocity in terms of t, because here we are having 2 relations connecting v and t. Power goes down, decreases by 1. It will be 3at squared plus 2bt plus c. This is the velocity. Okay, we'll put it in a box to concentrate because we use it in all the questions. Now, the first information. When t equals 0, v equals 2. So you write 3a bracket squared plus 2b brackets plus c equals 2. And substitute for t as 0. Wow. This one is 0, this term is 0, this term is 0. So directly we will get c. C is 2. Da-da-da. Nice. Another information. When t is 3, the velocity is 0. So just substitute here 3a bracket squared. Remember that you got c already. 3a bracket squared plus 2b brackets plus c, which is 2, is equal to v. V is 0. So inside all the brackets, you substitute for t 3. Now 3 times 9 it is 27a plus 2 times 3 is 6b plus 2 is 0. I can write it as equals -2 and then use it as simultaneous equations, because as you know, we have a function on the calculator which is mode 5.1. It helps solving simultaneous equations. Now, is there any other information we can do? Yes. What about the 6 meters? What do you know about this 6 meters? 6 meters, it's at the end of the journey. At the end of the journey, the distance is 6 meters, and also you know the time. At t equals 3, s equals 6 meters. Okay, so this is another equation we use. As I told you, each word has a meaning, and we'll use it. But now we have to substitute in s. Where is s? It's at the beginning. It is 80 cubed, a bracket cubed, but you have to write, okay, as a title. When t equals 3, s equals 6. A brackets cubed plus b bracket squared plus c, which is 2 brackets. This is s. You equate it to 6 and substitute for t as 3. A brackets cubed plus b bracket squared. We have to revise, we have to check. Plus b plus c brackets is equal to 6. Now, 27a plus 9b is equal to 6 minus 6, which is 0. Now you have equation number 1, equation number 2. Of course, we solve by mode 5.1, but we have to show the method. To gain the accuracy mark, you have to show your method, not just using calculator. But if you just subtract, it's nice and easy. I need to subtract equation 2 minus equation 1. 27a minus 27a, cut. 9b minus 6b, it is 3b. And here, 0 minus 2, it is 2. It means b will be 2/3. Then we substitute in any of them and find, I believe, substitute in 2 better. So 27a plus 9b, substitute for b as 2/3 equals 0. And then calculate a will be as 2/3. A will be negative 2 over 9. A train is traveling in a straight line. Alice is sitting on the train and is using her mobile phone, which is being tracked. The position of the phone measured from which the tracking began is given by s equals t squared minus 2t cubed plus 75t, where s is measured in kilometer and t is measured in hours. The phone is tracked for 2 hours. This means that the range of t is from 0 to 2 hours. Initially, the train speeds up, but then it slows down again. After how long? It means the time is wanted. After how long is the train traveling at its fastest speed? There is a keyword. The keywords are, for differentiation, maximum value, minimum value, like fastest speed, the extreme, minimum point, maximum point, turning point, stationary point. All this means the first derivative equals 0. The first derivative of what? I have to write it here. For question A, maximum speed or maximum v occurs at the first derivative of v with respect to t equals 0. But till now, we don't have v. We'll find it. V is the first derivative of displacement with respect to time, which is power goes down, divided by 1. It will be 2t minus 6t squared plus 75. This is v. But still, we need to derivative, dv by dt, which is the acceleration. dv by dt, 2t will be 2 minus 12t. That's it. This is dv by dt. 2 minus 12t. And then you equate it to 0. When you equate it to 0 and solve, t will be 2 over 12, which is 1 over 6 hour. 1 over 6 hour, if you need to find it in minutes, just multiply it by 60. So it will be 10 minutes. Actually, he said for how long, but he didn't specify whether he needs it in minutes or in hours. I'll write both. And then let's go to the next part. Find the maximum velocity. You just substitute in the formula, which has a title of V. Titles are very important. So V max, you just substitute with this time we found in the formula, which is V. It is 2 brackets minus 6 brackets squared plus 75. We'll substitute 1 over 6 and calculate it. It will be in kilometer per hour. That's why I substituted 1 over 6. Now it is 1/3 minus 6 over 36 plus 75. It will be, let's write it in decimal. It will be 75.2. The values are reasonable, kilometer per hour. Next part, C. Find how far the train travels before it starts to slow down. We have to know something. This sentence I highlighted in yellow. Initially, the train speeds up and then slows down again. It means the maximum velocity is, which occurs at 1 over 6. We have to explain this part. Maximum velocity occurs at the time which is 1 over 6 hours. And he needs to find how far. How far means S equals question mark, displacement. So displacement will be substituting the displacement, which is bracket square minus 2 brackets cube plus 75 brackets, and substitute for all time by 1 over 6. Okay, now calculate it. It will be 1 over 36 minus 2t cubed plus 75. I have to check. 1 over 36 minus 2 over 6 cubed plus 75 over 6, which gives us 5.5 meters. That's all for this video, and we complete with integration. Next video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.